Rocket League! Hello and welcome back to Ball State Esports. We have something a little different for you today. We are doing a high school match, but before we get into that, let's introduce ourselves. I'm Wyatt, aka Little Baby, and I'm joined by
Trinity, aka Moonbroken.
So we're looking at two high schools playing against each other today in the wonderful state of Nebraska. Now, I don't know if you've heard.
What's up?
But Ball State is not in Nebraska, and we are actually not even remotely close to Nebraska. And I don't even really know much about what these schools are like playing for or what they're doing, but I'm just glad that I get to cast Rocket League.
See, I was approached about this match, and I was a bit confused since this is Nebraska and it's a high school LAN, and we're in Indiana. But apparently it's a big rivalry between Scottsbluff and Gering. I have heard of neither of these places, but I'm excited to see what comes out tonight.
Yeah, I'm also very excited. I know nothing about either of these schools. All I know is that I don't know anything about them, so I don't even really know how this LAN or tournament works. I don't know if you know, really.
I think it was just between those two teams, or maybe this is a tournament and they've gone to just these two teams. It is a best of 7, so I'm guessing it's just a 2. Okay. I need to correct myself. It's just the two teams. It is just Scottsbluff versus Gering in this one LAN event. Apparently, they're like iconic rivals, so this is a big match. They need their own tournament. So it's gonna be an interesting match tonight. Best of 7.
Yeah, best
Lock
of
in
7.
For that.
Best of 7 is like tourney format. Like this must be very serious between these two schools, and that's pretty exciting. I mean, you know, is this like the BSU v Akron of Nebraska? I mean,
yeah,
we don't know. Like
or BSU versus NU after ESC spring.
Yeah, I guess so. We can get into the rosters. We're gonna pull up Gering first, and I think that you are gonna talk through Gering.
So, Gering Bulldogs, we have Extra Baloney, Justin, and Light Wigglebean. See, our wonderful media lead was like, I thought college teams and players had really bad names. I'm not calling these names bad. They're just very interesting, but our media lead has to think otherwise. But those are some very interesting names I have never seen before. Very unique.
Extra Baloney.
I'm rooting for Extra Baloney.
So I was rooting for Scottsbluff, just a random pick. I didn't really root for one, but I was going to back them in my prediction. Extra Baloney might have changed my mind. But speaking of Scottsbluff, we can get into their roster now. We have a graphic for them. We have Domo VL Mumu Nika.
I love that name.
Jason the Panda 5. Okay, Scottsbluff, you might have won me back. Okay, Jason the Panda 5. I don't, because it kind of sounds like Chasen.
Okay.
That might be the greatest gamer tag ever created. The gamer tags of some people in esports is so funny, and I always love hearing. I would love to hear the story of how they came up with them, because some of them are like, you got really in-depth stories. Some of them, I just thought of it. Some of them are like just their names.
Or some of them just go with the generated name that Xbox gives you.
Or some of them go with Extra Baloney. I mean,
Exactly.
What do you even do? Like, you're ordering a sandwich, and you're like, I'll take Extra Baloney. Hold on.
Wait
Say
a
that
minute.
again. Say that again. That's my gamer tag now.
We're kind of fantastic.
Say that again.
Say that again.
Still mad that didn't get saved at the rival stream between me and Zane. That would have been so funny.
But we're talking about the teams. What are we thinking is going to happen tonight? It is best of 7. What are you expecting?
So, the thing is this is kind of the first time in a long time I've gone into a match entirely blind. I know nothing about either of these teams, so I'm just kind of going to go entirely on the side of one. I don't care if they're rusty, dusty, or even try to musty. I'm going Scottsbluff in 4. Wrote it down already.
Oh my goodness.
I don't really know anything about Scottsbluff, but I'm going with them. Oh, what's your prediction?
My prediction, so I think it's going to be a little bit of a challenge at first. Scottsbluff's going to take 2 games, but Gering's going to end up winning. I can tell. That name, Extra Baloney, there's some power behind that name. There's some good flip resets, kick flips. That's not a thing. Just random backflips. Rocket League terms.
Yeah, kick flips. Tony Hawk Pro Skater.
Please. Can we play Skate 3?
I do love Skate 3. I've never been able to play it really though, because I don't have an Xbox. So I just have to play it. I have to play Tony Hawk Pro Skater instead, which is unfortunate. But Yeah, I don't really. That's the thing is, obviously, I say Scottsbluff in 4 as I throw the notorious Lakers in 5 joke, but I actually have no idea about either of these teams, and I don't think that anyone is probably gonna, given how big this rivalry seems, I don't think it's gonna actually be a 4-0. Surely, if I'm using like my brain here, surely that people are gonna like pick off some games, but I'm still gonna stay confident with this prediction.
Honestly, we seen before the match started, before the stream started, we got to see the webcams of the players. So we kind of got like the vibe of how everyone's like preparing, the families that are supporting their kids who are playing. And I gotta say, it's gonna be an interesting match. The players look very locked in. They're ready for this match, for the River rivalry.
Yeah, it's such a cool thing to me that high schools have accepted esports to this level, to the point where they have a rivalry and they have a LAN event for these two teams. Because my high school had nothing with esports at all, and if we did, there would be no way there would ever be a LAN event, or even we would have people to play against, because no schools around us had it either.
Yeah,
I think your high school did.
My high school did, but we didn't have a really set rival because our program was very new. Our program started the same time Ball State's did.
Oh wow. Yeah.
And so when I graduated, it was just 3 years of the program. We never had a rival, but I know some teams that made notable. But this is definitely, I feel like this program, Gering and Scottsbluff, is definitely bigger than our high school's program. The fact that they have a rivalry, like you mentioned, definitely shows how long they've been in the game and how locked in they're ready.
Yeah, rivalries in esports, very real thing. We experienced them ourselves. We got Akron in the fall semester and NEU in the spring, are kind of our two biggest rivals as of now. Which the rivals have been a little successful recently, but we got League of Legends, so that's a nice thing to see. But yeah, even at high school, I'm kind of excited to see just like, will there be trash talk? Getting up,
that's
and just being
true. Will we see some trash talking in the webcams?
Because you see that at like professional esports events. You see
people get like removed from the competition for the next season just for trash talk.
Yeah, I saw recently. It was like it was a CS2 LAN, and one of the pros picked up his mouse. He was like, "Hey, you move and you click like that. That's how you kill." And I was like, "Ooh, like that." These people, they I've seen people get up and scream, "What are you doing?" Like it's people get into it in esports. So are we gonna see that? I would love to.
Sometimes the trash talk can get a little bit extreme though. It affects the crew. Like I had worked with this esports org in the summer, and I left because the trash talk was coming through in just the beginning meeting.
Yeah.
And I was doing social media. I'm like, okay, I get it. It was actually a Rainbow Six org.
Oh yeah.
So it's gonna be toxic.
Oh yeah, not to stereotype, but Siege is a very toxic environment. It's just kind of the nature of the game. Some games I think are more toxic than others. Like I don't think you see as much toxicity in Rocket League, even throughout like the pro scene. I can't think of any major moments, but like in games like R6, Counter-Strike, COD, especially COD.
Yes.
COD League, I've seen some things. Okay, so yeah. A lot of rivalries in esports and a lot of various levels of trash talk. I would love to see some trash talk. Might as well. If you're in the same room, like, come on.
Yeah.
I'm gonna egg them on.
See, I know for my fair share of high school rivalries, I know Carmel versus Avon from marching band was
that's a big one.
Big one, and it has been for the past like 4 or 5 years. Before like forever.
Yeah, and Avon is winning.
Yeah,
quite a bit. I guess my high school's band rivalry must have been. It was John Glenn for years, but in Class D, I don't even know who it was last year. But when I was in it, it was mostly like John Glenn. It was Jimtown. It was definitely Jimtown actually, just because it was more of a personal like hatred.
Yeah.
But we actually didn't really have a problem. They were all very nice people, but it was a made up rivalry. Whole things. Gotta love it.
Yes. I'm excited for tonight. I miss doing Rocket League because this past month we've had a lot of Rocket League streams for being off season. We have CRL, we had ECAC, we had this, and I'm glad to have it because I think Rocket League's become my personal favorite to work on as a production member. because the games you understand what's happening. It's not very complicated. You just get straight in. You're like, okay, I know what's happening. It's car soccer.
Yeah, that's kind of like, I think Rocket League is like the best game to start like a caster on, because it's literally car soccer. Like when I first started casting Overwatch, I was like, man, I like Rocket League so much more than this. That's changed a little bit when I started doing more color. And less play-by-play, but like Rocket League is so much fun because you can have so much energy. There's so much hype moments in Rocket League, and like it's just so, like, you think it's so fast-paced, but it also can slow down. Like stuff will look fast, but you're like, oh well, you learn eventually. It's like, oh well, they were never gonna score there. And stuff like that. It's pretty crazy how things can get. And I would like to see the level that a high school team is at.
Exactly. I don't really remember the rankings of our team because I'm horrible at that.
Like where they're seated, or like what rank they are in?
Like what rank they are. Like
I have no idea.
Ranking, not seed. I know seed we're doing pretty decent. I mean, CRO, we got second in the top open. Technically, the best team in the world since St. Clair's in Canada.
True. Sorry.
Or best team in the country.
So
Sorry.
Canada is actually not a part of the world.
It's on the moon.
Canada is on the moon, confirmed. But yeah, technically the best team in America, considering St. Clair is a Canadian team. And yeah, very, very good Canadian team. So
yeah, we competed against almost 1,100 teams, and we placed second in the Open, which is crazy.
Yeah, and I'll tell you, those CRL days.
6-hour streams.
Some exhausting days. My voice hurts so bad.
Just get ready for next
CRL.
semester.
Oh yeah, but you know, it's worth it because it's Rocket League.
Exactly.
It's Rocket League, and it is like, it's just such a hype thing. You know, there's like, especially because, you know, I do color and Overwatch. There's like, you know, the color doesn't get hype.
Yeah.
All the color does is, you know, they sit there and they give information. In Rocket League, there's no time for information.
Exactly.
It's all action all the time in Rocket League.
We're gonna be like, he has blue wheels.
Yeah. I mean, well, because when it comes to Rocket League, like the majority of color that you can talk about is like what they did to do a certain goal, how they used their boost, how they're controlling the map. But like, there's just not time to talk about it, and it's also just, it's less important than color in a game like Overwatch or League, where League is like
or Valorant.
League is almost more color than play-by-play. So
see, it took me a solid year, almost like a year and a half, to fully understand Valorant, because it came out on console and I was like, okay, I can start playing this. And then I finally understood the game and how it worked like perfectly well. Like, I fully understood it by the time our season was over.
So did you not play Counter-Strike ever?
I played Counter-Strike.
I mean, Valorant is simply
last spring.
Valorant is simply Counter-Strike but worse. So like, if you understand Counter-Strike, surely you understand Valorant. But there is like all the I don't know much about Valorant.
You're gonna anger lots of our Valorant players and our CS players.
Okay, no, CS players will agree with me, but Valorant is.
Yes, we're getting very angry looks from our tech lead right now.
Listen, Valorant is actually not that bad. But
see,
I just like Counter-Strike more.
When you're winning, it's fun.
I don't win, so I don't win in Counter-Strike is the thing. And I played it when it first came out a lot. Like, I played a lot of Valorant when it first came out, and then I didn't play it, and they added all the new people, and now I have no idea what's going on.
Yeah.
So.
See, I started playing, and I started getting into it, but I was horrible at PC. But sometime, I don't know when, I just kind of like got it down where I could like, okay, I can do console and PC.
I don't know how you could ever play Valorant with a controller.
Is
there aim assist?
No. I don't think there is, but I gotta say I'm pretty better on console than PC. I don't know how.
I've tried,
but
I'm probably because console lobbies are overall not as good.
I actually have a funny story about console lobbies.
In terms of Valorant?
Yes.
What would that be?
When the beta came out, I was playing, I think it was like on Father's Day, and I accidentally flashed. Like, I threw a flash as Phoenix, and it flashed me and this other teammate, and this teammate just started berating me and like screaming at me, and I'm like, dude, it's the day one of console, I'm learning the controls, and I hear this little toddler come up, and he goes, Daddy, aren't we gonna go play outside? He goes, not now.
Oh my
I'm like,
God.
it's Father's Day.
Oh
You're
my
playing
God.
Valorant.
That's actually crazy. Yeah, that's actually crazy. Yeah.
It was.
Nothing like getting yelled at on a video game.
I know it's.
It's part of the reason why I quit Rivals. I don't play as much Rivals
You
as I
quit
used. I don't
Rivals?
play it as much as I used to. I had one ranked game where like none of it was my fault, and everyone was yelling at me. Like, bro.
See, I just don't use comms anymore. I only use comms if I'm playing with my friends.
Well, I mean, cause what do you play in Rivals? You play DPS mainly, don't you?
I play DPS and I'm trying, and sometimes support.
I play like almost exclusively support, and you know, in most games like Rivals,
Where's our healers at?
that's the first moment. Where's my damage?
Where's my damage?
Where's my damage? I need kills, bro.
Where's our Vanguard
like,
at?
where? Like that's the first thing. I've always noticed that is the DPS. No one ever talks about the DPS diff, but it exists.
Yeah.
It exists. Where's my damage? Like
Everyone and their mother hates me for playing Scarlet Witch. I'm like, I just have favoritism towards her because she was like one of my favorite Marvel characters of all time. And then when I played her, she had a lot similarities to Moira.
Yeah.
And Zenyatta, I feel like. And those are like two characters I love to play on Overwatch. And so I always play as her. And then I got a game with like 40 kills and no deaths on like a push load map. And I was like, all right.
So, well, after that, I have heard that we have Wordle.
I mean, we're speaking a lot of words. Why not do a Wordle?
Why not do a Wordle? I actually got the Wordle a few days ago. I think it was actually Thursdays. It's been a while now, but
Last
let's
time
see
I
what
did
we
a
got.
Wordle was CRL.
We got a hi from the back room there.
Hi.
Do you want to try a do?
Yes.
Adieu.
ADIEU.
Oh, I did say
No.
AJ.
EU.
EU.
This person changed the fucking
EU. Okay, so we have a do. So we have two vowels.
Yes, we do.
What is next?
Let me write that down.
So we have
We have
A,
A and E.
but we don't. They are not
Could we try bread?
bread.
Oh, actually, there's no D. Never mind. Wait.
We don't want to be terrible for. Just
Wait.
the plays.
Feast.
Feast. It's not bad. Feast.
FEAST.
Yeah, do we have to tell you how to spell? Backroom.
Well, I know some people in the back room don't know how to spell, and apparently they hate markers. So
Yeah. Feast.
feast.
Feast. That is our
Chat.
word. Feast, por favor.
Can you guys use your mind abilities to?
There we go. Feast. Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay, we got
oh,
the A.
look at that.
A there, and there's a T. So
Oh, I did this wrong.
we have that. A there, and there's a T,
Dun, dun, dun.
and E is.
A.
So where, if E is not there, or
Maybe
there,
it starts with T.
Maybe that's kind of was my thought. Maybe could it be like a this, like a two,
Ooh, okay.
and then an AT.
Wait, what if it's taste?
I don't-
Wait, no.
you can't
Never
do
mind.
taste.
No.
Like what? So like 2 and then ATE. What? What are,
ATE.
like how do words even exist?
I'm trying to figure it out because I'm like, I thought berate at first, but like that's not.
Or could it be? No, because is a could be there. Could we do paste?
Paste. I like that. Let's try paste.
Paste.
Not
I mean,
taste,
We
paste.
could try
Paste.
paste. We could try taste, but paste. Let's do paste.
Okay,
So there
the
is a
TE.
P.
Okay.
There's a P. So we have all of them. We just don't have.
Pasta? No.
No,
It's not even
it is.
close.
It is not pasta.
So it's ATE and then
So
spate? That's not a word.
spate isn't a word. It's
Well,
gotta
let's try
be. But it doesn't start with P.
It has to be spade.
Spate.
Yeah. I mean, I can't. If that's a word, I'm like crazy. Let's try spate.
SPA.
TE. That.
SPAT. Speed typer back there. Try that. Yeah. it
Oh my gosh, that's a word?
is. Yo.
That's pretty cool. We did a good Wordle. That was good.
Yo. What is a spate?
What is that?
What is that? Can we get a definition? I don't know what spate is. Is that like a tool? Sounds
Back
like a
room,
tool.
can you read the definition of spate to us, and I will read it out loud.
Preferably Webster. Working on it.
I don't
Okay,
get-
they're
okay.
going to figure out.
I don't know how long we're gonna be into game, but if we have the time, we should try to do connections. I mean, why not do both?
I'm so bad at connections. That's one that I'm not very good at.
It's you have to like practice a lot, or like keep doing them every day until you figure it out. See, I got yelled at for using my marker.
I'm gonna rank all the dining halls on campus.
Okay.
Is there 5?
Tally,
Number
Woody, North,
Tally?
Atrium.
What is Tally?
Oh, that's Student Center.
Oh, okay. Wait, but what even is number 1?
Kinghorn.
I've never been to Kinghorn.
I haven't been there either.
Kinghorn immediately last because I've never been there.
A large number of
Things
or events.
occurring in a quick series or like succession. In a
Yeah.
quick succession.
Okay.
What's
Like
the
the show?
best? What is the best dining hall on campus? I can't think of it.
Woodworth.
Woody?
I honestly, it's better because
No way.
I mean, North has Chick-fil-A
Well, yeah,
and
North-
the Starbucks, but everything else there's
Honestly,
not that great.
low key.
It could be
Yeah,
Woody,
do Woody.
North, Atrium, Student Center.
Yeah, cause but I mean, so I will say though, I know
See-
I know people that will put Student Center first.
It's because there's a Taco Bell in there, but it's, if you live on that side of
Also-
campus, then it's convenient to you.
Yeah, so like that's kind of the thing is, for a person who lives in North. Actually,
Same.
both of us live in North.
Yes.
In the same building. North, honestly, low key kind of wins a lot more because it's like it's right there. Like Woody is so
Exactly.
far away, and Student Center is on the opposite end of campus. And the only reason Kinghorn is below Student Center is because I've never been there. So
See, I walked to Woody today because I was trying to get food, and I was like, I don't want to go to the Atrium.
I walked to Woody because of the Pickle Festival. So-
That's fair. I would walk to any other dining hall across
yeah.
the world just to avoid Pickle Festival.
I don't like pickles, and I didn't want Atrium, so I walked all the way to Woody. And
That's
I got pasta, and I walked. So here's what annoyed me about that. I was in my math class in Robert Bell, this building, walked all the way back to North, saw what was happening, walked all the way to Woody, walked all the way back to my dorm, and then ate my food. I didn't eat in Woody because I don't like it in there.
See, I
It
had
scares
to
me.
go back to my dorm because I had a lead meet. I had an esports meeting.
See, because Woody has the pasta,
The pastas there are so good.
and it has the teriyaki chicken bowl, which I like.
They have that?
Yeah, it's very good.
Where?
But it's at like the sushi place in the middle.
Seriously?
Yeah. You can get a teriyaki chicken bowl. I will warn you, it is above a meal swipe by itself.
That's fine.
It's $10. Teriyaki chicken bowl, comfort food.
Was that the chicken?
Yeah. North has just Chick-fil-A.
In
This has
Starbucks.
devolved. This has devolved so much.
Starbucks.
Chick-fil-A. How did we even get here? Chick-fil-A.
Starbucks.
And Starbucks, yeah.
The pasta in
Yeah.
North is a hit or miss. It's like 50-50.
Sometimes the special is really good. And
Yeah.
yeah. But mainly just Chick-fil-A and Starbucks. I mean, I'll give it Boars, but it's not even the best Boars.
Atrium has really good boars.
Atrium has Boars, the best Boars, and buffet kind of type thing.
The buffet thing. The pizza is
Yeah,
stepped up.
best pizza on campus. 'Cause
Yes.
the pizza in North is good. And then
The
Student
pizza used to
Center-
be really bad at Atrium because it was like Papa John's, but everything was so undercooked. It tasted horrible.
Taco
make you
Bell,
sick.
comfort food, salad bar. See, the thing is, Student Center low key is stacked, but if it wasn't so far away from me,
Exactly.
honestly, Student Center would probably be number one. If the Taco Bell, I've said this multiple times, if the Taco Bell and Chick-fil-A switched places, that would be like really bad for my health.
See,
Because I like Taco Bell way more than Chick-fil-A.
I've only been to the Student Center for the high school event and for my orientation as a freshman, and I'm about to be a junior. So I've only been there twice my entire college
Seriously,
career.
I go to the Student Center every Friday.
Seriously?
Get Taco Bell every Friday. Taco Bell Fridays.
See, I think it's Kinghorn or Student Center has the stir fry bowls, but it's like it's only good for like 3 hours, and I'm like, I don't want to walk across campus, and like they took away the bus app,
Yeah.
so
that's
it's like I can't
annoying.
predict when the buses are coming.
Why we should get a KFC on campus.
Honestly, I wouldn't be opposed.
Well, because it's owned by Pepsi,
yeah,
and so is Pizza Hut.
yeah. Why do we
Well-
have Papa John's if there's?
Oh, we should get Pizza Hut.
Yeah.
Pizza Hut's owned by Pepsi.
No one out pizzas the Hut.
Is Panda Express? Are they owned by Pepsi?
I was just about to say Panda Express.
That would be amazing. A Panda Express on campus. Oh my gosh. I
My-
go there every day.
My sister was like talking about college options, and she was like, "I really like IUPUI." And I'm like, "Oh, really?" She goes, "They have 3 Panda Expresses." And I was like,
That is a
What?
good reason to pick a college.
and it looks like we're getting a nice look at all of our players from both Gering and Scottsburg with their webcams. We have
Oh, look at that light
Gering,
show.
player number 1 with those. That light show is crazy. I'm worried that's gonna distract the players.
That'll be fine.
I'm worried it's gonna distract the players.
That'll be fine.
We have another player from Gering. I guess it's like I'm excited. We have a nice array of players. And I'm excited to see them play.
Yeah, must be very dedicated. High school is a very busy time, and to be on a collegiate esports team. And
Yeah, I like. There's a crowd, but we can't see it. But hello to the crowd.
yes, this must be very popular at the
I'm
school.
okay. I'm loving all of these jerseys. They're very unique. I think I gotta say the Gering ones are more colorful than the other teams. But the Scottsbluff has a really unique design with the like brands on one side with the logo on the other. So it's red versus blue, which is very helpful for Rocket League 'cause it's orange and blue kind of, but at least it's close enough.
Yeah, I get so used to the team. So, obviously Ball State is red, and frequently when we do our matches, Ball State is made red, and it throws me off sometimes when
Yeah.
Ball State is not red. So I wonder.
Oh, there we can see like a little bit of red. They have is that a cardinal?
No, it's like they got like a claw.
Hawk? No, there's like a bird underneath the claw. What is that? It's
I
gonna throw
think
me off.
those are scratch marks.
Oh, that makes more sense.
But it does. I do now that you've pointed it out. I very much see a bird. I do see a bird. I've actually never heard of any of
Okay, those lights are crazy. Is it like a
Those.
rave in there? They're playing
Yeah.
Charlie XCX.
Yeah, like a total rave. I wonder, like, do these, like, because, I always feel like sometimes esports as a whole.
He's hyped. He's hyped.
I
Yeah.
think he probably just got told he's on stream.
That's Gering right there. I have Gering.
Yeah, you
Gering's
do.
gonna win.
You are backing Gering. I have backed Scottsbluff. Just because I like the name of their school. I like that, Scottsbluff.
It's a very interesting name. I keep like defaulting to Scottsburg.
I kept saying Scottsbluff. I don't know why. Scottsbluff. Nebraska school names must be a little different than in Indiana.
Yeah. I mean, there's some very interesting school names in Indiana, but
Yeah.
Nebraska takes the cake.
Yeah. There is no Scottsbluff, as far as I know, in Indiana.
We have Muncie.
We have Muncie Central,
We have Marion.
Avon,
Ugh.
Carmel.
Ugh.
That's where you went.
Yeah, I know. And I hate
I
it.
respect Avon. What's his name? I think it was Travis Scott. Travis Scott is performing with Matt Harloff, who is the director of bands at Avon and also the head of
As
brass.
in Travis Scott, the rapper, Astro World.
Yeah, he is performing with the head director of Avon, which is Matt Harloff, who is also the lead brass for the drum corps Carolina Crown. So Carolina Crown is performing with Travis Scott, like at Coachella. So slam dunk on Carmel because
Hey.
Avon's band director was reached out to by Travis Scott.
The caster before you. The caster lead.
Devin?
Devin. His dad was a marching band director
Oh yeah, I know.
for Carmel.
I know. I like that. Just saying.
Well, now Devin's gonna disown you.
It wasn't the band director's fault.
You just said boo Carmel.
I said I said slam dunk
On
on
Carmel.
Carmel by Avon. But it wasn't really Avon. It was more they reached out to Matt Harloff because of Carolina Crown, which is the drum corps that he directs brass for.
You know, Blue Devils are pretty cool.
No. Cannot believe you would say that.
The Blue Devils is the drum corps, right?
Yes, but like why? Boo. I hate the Blue Devils.
For the longest time, I thought Blue Devils was the Indianapolis Colts marching band. But they're not.
Indiana, you know what's crazy? Indiana doesn't have a drum corps. It's actually insane. We used to have one. Star of Indiana, but
We should.
but we host DCI finals.
Exactly.
We,
That's why it makes no sense.
we host DCI finals, but we don't have a core. We used to. Star of Indiana. I actually know someone who marched in that.
I know someone who was in the Someone in Colorado. I can't remember the name
I know.
of it.
I've known a few people who do it, but go Boston Crusaders. That's my rep. Or the Blue Coats, not the Blue Devils.
Go Blue Devils.
Why they win?
They did the Pokemon theme. How can you not?
They lost with the Pokemon theme. They
It
lost.
sounded really cool.
They got third.
I loved it.
They got dunked on by the Blue Coats. Finally, I mean, Blue Devils won from 2017 all the way up to 2023.
See,
And then most years before 2016 as well.
I'd be impressed if they did Sticky by Tyler, the Creator.
They did a lot of really, really cool. I mean, they have done cool shows, but their 2024 show was just a reboot of 2023. Like, literally, they did like the same thing.
You're going to start me on a tangent. Avon copied Vitruvian
I mean,
from
yeah.
2022 and then
there's,
did the shapes, and then that's how he won the past 2 years.
There was a school, I don't remember the name of the school, but they did a show very similar to the Drum Corps Rhythm X for their indoor show, and that was
Yeah.
kind of people at awards. They would get slandered, bro. People at awards would be like, "Oh, hey, Rhythm X." Like
What's up?
the band world, don't mess with the band world. People
Really
are crazy. People are crazy.
They're really talented. They work really hard.
Yeah,
It's insane. I mean,
yeah. She never did band.
I was an honorary band kid. Like, my entire friend group was all band kids. My sister is a band kid. She's best damn clarinet player I've ever seen.
I met all my friends through band, so.
See, I
But I
chilled
was
in the
in
band
band.
room.
I was in band, so that's the difference.
Okay.
Yeah.
I tried out for band, and then my
our-
parents said no.
Our school didn't really do tryouts because we aren't big enough to do tryouts like Carmel.
Well,
you know,
Carmel wins. That's when we have tryouts.
Avon actually doesn't do tryouts.
You serious?
Yeah, they don't do tryouts.
Well, I think we do tryouts. I'm not really sure.
And who won more recently? Avon.
Okay.
Avon and 5.
Their show with the
'Cause that's how
blood
band
thing in
works.
2022 was really cool.
I'm not gonna lie, I don't know almost anything about Avon marching band. I pretty much have only ever followed their drumline stuff because
That's fair.
that's my preferred thing. I always liked winter drumline more than marching band, so I've always followed. I don't even think Carmel does that, so I've always followed Avon. Avon wins every year in that too. So
Carmel's color guard is really good too.
yeah, you know who holds the record for the highest ever color guard score?
Avon.
It is Avon. They got it like last year, 2 years ago or something. Last year, Avon.
Well, last time I saw a winter guard performance, I was the camera person for the community night, and I witnessed one of the guard girls broke another guard girl's nose
Boy.
because they purposely dropped one of the
I've been
swords
hit, yeah. I've been
on
hit
her
by it.
face.
Oh, they did it on purpose. Okay.
And then they had to go out and perform for everybody like really minutes later, and I was like, oh, her nose is bleeding.
I have accidentally been hit by a flag. Got clocked. Mouth was bleeding, but it was fine.
I worked for my high school's television station, and for one of the packages, we did us trying to do color guard because one of our news anchors did color guard, and our social media manager did color guard and stuff like that. And so we got to learn how to do the flags and all that, and all the different tosses and all that. It was dangerous.
I'm not gonna lie, I don't really get color guard. I watched Avon's record-breaking show, and I was like, ooh, I just don't really get it as much. So I'm not gonna lie.
I like marching band more.
I
Music.
just like indoor because I like watching the pit and I like watching the drums.
I finna be in the pit.
Yeah, I was in the
I
pit.
want pit tickets.
I was in the pit, in marching band and indoor and in the musical. Big pit guy right here.
Big pit guy over
Yeah,
there.
and I played the same instrument for every single time. So, yeah, that was kind of a fun experience. Yeah. Okay, we are going to go to an ad real quick.
We'll be
because
right back.
We're running out of
Promise.
things to say. We'll be back. Don't leave.
You know you're a Ball State Cardinal when you first hear the chirp. When you look to Frog Baby for
first
luck
hear the chirp.
and Beneficence for guidance. You're a
been
Ball
20
State
minutes, it's
Cardinal
been
when you
longer.
chase your dreams, present your case,
I know.
and win. When the
I have
university
nothing
you
else.
call
I don't wanna talk
home
about Carmel
is small enough to be a
anymore.
community, but big enough to change the world. You know you're a Ball State Cardinal when you're one of us. We are Ball State University. We fly.
It's quite the ad there.
We fly.
We do fly. How about we just talk about Ball State? That can be our next talking point as we wait
Yes.
to get into game. I
So,
guess
Ball State. If you're looking into Ball State,
this is devolved.
it is
This
a wonderful
This is just
school.
propaganda now.
We have a great media program. We have a great psychology program. Nursing, we're decent.
Music ed, we're pretty good at
Music
music
ed's really great.
That's like our
We have a really great marching band here. Talking about marching band, we're going to talk about Poma. We don't talk
Pride
about
of America
Poma.
marching band.
My goodness.
Yeah,
we have a great
that.
Poma.
We have an amazing jazz band. I don't know. They're very good as well. Percussion ensemble. I know all of this because my roommate's in all of them. So, concert band. All of this stuff here at Ball State. The best part about Ball State for me, easily the esports program.
Exactly.
Because it's the only extracurricular I pretty much do nowadays. So,
Yes, with esports, I literally have time for nothing else. It's like, man, this month is flying by. We have like 2 weeks of school left, and it's like, time flies by when you're working every day of your life.
yeah, I guess, hold on. We never actually clarified this. Trinity's not a caster.
No, I'm not
she's-
usually a
she's-
caster.
She's our VD, our head VD.
Which is video director.
yeah.
I run all the broadcasts.
AKA, she's a lot busier than me. I just get a message, hey, can you show up to this stream? Sure, and that's all I got to do.
Yet my
She
role,
sends the message.
I'm the one that sends the message. I plan out the streams, what graphics go on streams. I'm responsible for finding the rosters, planning it, getting the equipment all ready, because stuff breaks all the time.
Oh, yeah, everything breaks.
Everything breaks. So we gotta find alternatives, use some weird scuff setup, saving us thousands of dollars in software. But yeah,
I just cast.
it's fun. You just cast, but
I mean, yeah,
hey,
it's,
you do a great job casting.
That's the whole thing. It's like that's kind of I've always talked about that. It's how casters is a very different thing to what a lot of the other people in prod do. They're like back there like clicking buttons or whatever they do. I'm up here just like I just talk and like that. But the funnier part about that is we're the only people that they actually usually see. But we easily do the least amount of work. So, like, the most work that I have done is, like, I do research
Yeah.
to make sure I know what I'm talking about. But, like, that's, like, genuinely about it. And then, I'm not a nerd. I don't do vocal warm-ups. I don't know if any of our casters do vocal warm-ups, but...
Devin used to do those.
Sorry,
he
Devin.
Would,
I really made an enemy out of you today, huh? Haven't I, Devin?
he would do the Anchorman
Oh,
warm-ups with
I don't even really, yeah.
Will Ferrell.
Yeah.
It worked.
Yeah, I mean, vocal warm-ups, they're not a terrible idea, especially if you're planning on doing a lot of yelling.
Like CRL. You guys needed
my
vocal
gosh.
warm-ups for that. That was a 6-hour stream that none of us were quite ready for. We
Yeah.
did fantastic.
I'm not gonna lie. Yeah, no, I thought, like, not to be not optimistic, I thought that Northwood was easily gonna be our last game. So I was, like, kind of mentally like, okay, cast this one, then I'm done.
Yeah.
And I went all out because of that. And then we won, and I was like, oh, great.
That was my favorite Rocket League match of all time. And I'm sorry, Northwood, but the fact that the players left with like 6 seconds left in the game
Oh, yeah, I mean,
was crazy.
I went crazy for every goal. Okay.
I'm so excited.
Finally, we are getting into the match that is the Gering team versus Scottsbluff. It's a very big rivalry over in Nebraska. Not where we are, but I'm sure it's a very big deal there, and I'm excited to see it. Two great teams, a very historic rivalry for these schools, and it's going to be an amazing thing to watch. Amazing schools going up against each other.
It's 65 and sunny in Nebraska. Very nice weather, but to be inside playing Rocket League. And here in Muncie, it's 56 and cloudy. It's going to be a high of 71 today in Nebraska and low of 31. Now let's get into the game.
All right, kick off between these two teams here. We do see Justin in the air now, just sending it back over to the Scottsbluff side. Now followed up by Light Wigglebean. Fun name that's going to be the cast there. Let's see what's going to happen now as they move it back over to Scottsbluff side. Great job by Gering to sort of keep on this offense. Are we going to see an early goal? No, it is stopped. And now brought back over. Kind of just quick back and forth action. Not a lot going on right now. That's kind of what I expected to see. Not any quick fire goals here. Still just kind of keeping it in play. Scottsbluff doing a good job on the defense, but Gering is really forcing them on defense here. So
Exactly. Scottsbluff is holding an excellent defense. As I say that, Gering tries to attempt a goal, but Scottsbluff is getting it out of there, sending it down the court.
I mean, close enough.
Oh, they left the goal wide open.
Get there,
Almost
get
a
there.
potential own goal. And oh, they're about to send it in. But Justin, that's not Justin. I don't know who these.
Yeah, I was saying. You don't know all the schools. Are we going to see a goal by Gering here? Not looking like it. Gering heavily on the offense right now, forcing Scottsbluff into this defensive position. But as I'm saying that, they're going to try to walk it over into the Gering goal. The caster curse coming true once again. Seeing what just quite the name there. Very hard names to cast at Gering. So far, almost like Wigglebean walking it in on his own, but it's going to be brought back over to Gering's side. Very slow burner of a game here. 3 minutes, 30 seconds left. Still 0-0 in this best of 7 game 1. Let's see if Husker fan getting onto the defense, seeing if he can bring it over to Scott, get in to Gering's side, but not able to do so. It's back onto Scottsbluff's side. A lot of offense from Gering, but not able to capitalize yet to get that goal as it's brought over to Domovo back onto that. But as I say, onto the Scottsbluff side, and Justin does bring Gering to the board.
See, it looks like my predictions are getting kind of accurate. With 3 minutes left, we have Gering scoring the first goal of the game with Justin sending it in. We're seeing lots of dribbling from Scottsbluff, but not good enough for them to be defending their goal. They need to focus on defending like they have earlier past the match, and Justin sends it in for a second time. I mean, they're doing great.
A kickoff goal. I haven't seen one of those in a long time. Justin just with that nice angle pinches it right in, and it looks like the Scottsbluff coach is going to come over and talk to them. Maybe say, guys, what was that? I only predicted you to win 0-4, and you can't win 0-4 if you lose game 1, Scottsbluff. So let's see where this is going to go for them now. Looks like Gering doing what they've been doing this whole time, being very offensive. Scottsbluff going to have to try and mount a charge. You know, Gering has an insurance goal to their name, so Scottsbluff can score one, and Gering will still be up 1, and there's still plenty of time for Scottsbluff to bring this back. Still over 2 minutes left in this game of Rocket League, so anything could really happen. It's definitely been very, very slow. It took a long time for one goal to get on the board, and then Gering immediately manages to get another one. Scottsbluff needs to find something here.
Exactly. I mean, we've seen teams pull comebacks, especially ours, scoring 3 goals with just like 30 seconds left. We'll see what Scottsbluff can pull. I mean, we're seeing excellent goals from Gering, but Scottsbluff has the potential. They have the good passing, they have the good dribbling. They just need to keep it up, and they'll score a goal. And it looks like, Gering sets up the goal, but sends down the field right on Gering's side. Kid Donovan will send it in, but we have defense running amazing from Gering. Scottsbluff sends it down. And Light Wigglebean scores! Another goal for Gering with 2 minutes and 10 seconds left.
Yeah, and the thing for Gering that's kind of surprising me is that they're still going for these goals. I mean, they have 2 minutes and 11 seconds to just kind of hold this lead that they built here, 4-0 for Gering. So they have a lot of insurance goals to their name. Scottsbluff can score 3 times and Gering will still be in the lead. But bad news for Gering is that Scottsbluff does have time to mount this charge and try to get a comeback as they are finally on the board in game 1.
I'm glad to see that Scottsbluff is sending it in. They had that perfect execution with passing and their dribbling and that cool goal explosion. I don't know if you saw it behind them in the webcams, but it looks like when they score, the lights go crazy. I don't know if that's distracting to the players and like getting in their line of view.
Yeah, it is going pretty crazy here. Light Wigglebean keeping it on Scottsbluff's side. Demaville going to try and follow it up, but it looks like Justin is going to be there for Gering to increase their lead in this game 1. This game started off very slow, but Gering has been lighting up the goals so far.
Exactly. I mean, Justin just keeps sending it in. I mean, his username is his own name. He's ready for the game. And there's kickoff. And it looks like, Scottsbluff got the kickoff, but it looks like they're sending it towards the Scottsbluff side with I'm just gonna say just sending it to the other side. It's on Scottsbluff's goal. Can they get it out of there? Husker sending it down the field, passing it to looks like an attempt to Husker, but sends it to Light. Looks like user is trying to send it down the field, but Justin intercepts it, trying to get into the goal. Who's right in the ceiling, passes it to Light, sends it in, but a nice save by Husker.
that was great teamwork by Gering there. If that would have went in, that would have been a mega goal there. But great stuff by Scottsbluff to be on defense there and ready. So now let's see if Scottsbluff can finally have a moment of offense. They managed to bring it onto Gering's side, but the setup by DeMaville was not able to be followed up by any of the other Scottsbluff cars. And now it is still on Gering's side. User is there and waiting, seeing if any one of his teammates can send it towards him. It's now being sent back to Scottsbluff's sides, but Husker is going to walk it over to Gering's side C. They only have less than a minute here to try and decrease this gap, and as looking right now, it's looking like it's going to go towards Gering, because I just don't know if Scottsbluff has enough time here to score 5 goals, and definitely not now, because Gering manages to get another one on the board. Scottsbluff might just have to write this one off.
Exactly. I mean, Scottsbluff is holding an excellent defense. It looks like they're kind of working all together to be a good defense when the ball is on their end. But they need to kind of spread out and kind of work on their offense to get those goals in. I mean, they have 1 goal against 6. They have 35 seconds left, but can they do it? I mean, it's on the Gering side. They're setting it up. Domoval sets it up. Husker has it, props it up, but Justin tries to send it down the court. Keeps sending it down the court. And Domoval intercepts, but it's still on Scottsbluff's side. Is Gering going to score another goal with only 15 seconds left? I mean, I wouldn't be surprised, but who knows in Rocket League? I mean, anything can happen. It looks like with 7 seconds left, it's still on Scottsbluff's side. Can Scottsbluff score on Gering? And it looks like, oh, it's up in the air. And, oh my gosh.
The ball is going to touch the ground. Game 1 goes to, not game 1, the first round goes to Gering. They have a match up on Scottsbluff there. So, yeah, that kind of like entirely ruins my prediction.
I know. I mean,
so
I think you should try a new prediction. Do you think Scottsbluff can still have this, or do you think Gering is going to take out on top?
Well, I think
come out on top.
At this moment, kind of what you do as a Scottsbluff in this moment is you kind of try to take your learnings from that game and just kind of decide, okay, they absolutely destroyed us, to be honest. I mean, it was 6-1 in the favor of Gering. If you're Scottsbluff, you kind of take that and you think, okay, what can we do to try to stop that? And I'm not going to lie, Gering's playstyle actually very similarly reminded me of Ball State's playstyle.
Yeah.
In the fact that they are super aggressive. Scottsbluff just kind of had no time to breathe. I mean, just constant offense from Gering, and that is, yeah, that's pretty rough for them. So it's going to be hard for Scottsbluff if Gering manages to keep playing like that. They're going to have to try and find something to try to counter Gering, and I think that they could do it as we have a nice replay here. And yep, that goal from Gering. Very nice stuff from them. Just teamwork. I think Justin, definitely the MVP of that first game, scoring a lot of goals. That kickoff goal there, I mean, that is a confidence killer for sure.
100%. I mean, that's why Scottsbluff is focusing on their defense so much, is because Gering just keeps attacking with those non-stop goals and just like getting all right on. I wouldn't be surprised if we see some demos in the next round. If they're showing signs of how our Ball State team is, and I know we get some good demos from every game. I mean, I'm excited to see what's next. Does Gering or Scottsbluff have it? It looks like Scottsbluff got the kickoff. Justin takes it though, sends it down the field, propping it up. Is there a teammate there? They're mid, sending it to Gering's side, but Light sends it down with User trying to block it, and oh, very potential goal there, but not good enough to, oh,
there it is. Yes, Mextra there, sending it in for Gering. Great teamwork by them. Light wiggling, hits the crossbar. Justin tries to follow it up. Mextra waiting in the back. Nice send in, following up from his teammate. So very quickly, again, Gering on top of Scottsbluff. So with those early goals, that's not what you want to see if you're Scottsbluff. Gering already has an insurance goal to their name, so their goal right now is going to try to be increasing this gap. And good thing for Scottsbluff, it is already on Gering's side. So can they keep up this offense? Justin there on defense, though, for Scottsbluff. So it's definitely going to be tough for them, but Scottsbluff doing a good job keeping it on the offense. Justin, though, is going to walk it away. It's an open Scottsbluff goal. Justin walks it on his own.
See, Scottsbluff is trying to go more on the offense side, but it's not working quite in the way they want to, because it leaves the goal wide open. I mean, they have a nice balance of defense and offense, but at the same time, they need to do what they need to do best. For
Yeah,
their team.
it was just kind of a cluster. I mean, you had 3 cars just kind of attacking the goal, and nothing was really getting done. And by the time that Gering finally got control of the ball, there was no one on Scottsbluff there. Scottsbluff didn't have boost to make it back. So if you want to try to play that hyper-aggressive, you have to have a player who's always ready to make their way back on defense. That's kind of what you see in these hyper-aggressive play styles, is you always have that one player who is being a little less aggressive, just kind of ready to peel back and go on to the defense. But now already it's on Scottsbluff's side. Gering going to try to keep up this momentum. They already have 2 goals to their name. Scottsbluff is not going to want a repeat of last game. They're going to want to try and score as many goals as quickly as possible here. They have the time to do so, but they do not want to let this Gering lead increase. It's already 2-0, so Scottsbluff going to need 2 quick-fire goals here and fast to kind of get themselves back in contention. They are sending it over to Gering's side, but Mextra was there and waiting. Tries to go into the air, kind of misjudges the angle. Wigglebean there to follow him up, though. He's going to try to send it back over to Scottsbluff's side. User picks it up, but unable to keep control of the ball. Justin now with full boost in the air, seeing if he can get it launched towards it, but it's not going to work out because 3 Scottsbluff cars are there on defense. They're not going to leave the goal open this time. Husker fan in the air, taken away by Wigglebeam. DeMarville tries to get the redirect, but misses it. User in the back and waiting, see if he can get it. It's still on the Scottsbluff side, and Gering gets another one in.
See, you could see Scottsbluff kind of getting amped up. They're like, okay, guys, we lost the last game. Gering has 3 goals on us so far. We need to take this back. And you kind of see that with how they're playing in their offense and their defense. They're kind of creating that balance like I mentioned. I mean, they're taking the kickoffs. They're sending it on Gering's side like they're doing right now. And it looks like, oh, and User sends it in. They're locking in. After these past 3 goals, they're like, you know what, guys, we're going to do this. We got this.
That is definitely the confidence booster that you want to see. A very quick fire goal from Scottsbluff there. Now, you know, they only need to get a goal a minute. And then they're in the lead. That's all you have to do. Another kickoff here. Can Scottsbluff keep up this momentum that they seem to have found? Justin takes it away onto Scottsbluff's side, takes to the air with full boost, seeing if any of his teammates are going to be there to back it up. But Scottsbluff playing a little cautiously here, having all their cars waiting in the goal, so they don't want to have that open goal situation happen again. Wigglebean takes it away from DeMarville. It's still on Scottsbluff's side, tries to get the redirect. Mextra sends it back over. Still 2 Scottsbluff cars on their side, trying to keep it away from their net. User sends it into the air, seeing if he can finally get control of this ball. Husker fan going to try and take it away. Just take it over to Gering's side, but Gering is doing such a great job of this offensive charge, and it almost goes in, but a nice save from DeMarville there keeps Scottsbluff in contention.
See, that was a great save by DeMarville, like you mentioned. In that defense, he sent it down to Gering's goal. Not getting in, but still on their side, but Justin takes it. Another great save by Domo. I'm going to call him Domo because I don't know. Domo. And looks like he's non-stop. He's defending. He's sending it down. But Light tries to attempt to send again. Passing it to Justin. Passing it to Just. But it's not enough to get it in the goal for getting it into Scottsbluff's goal. I mean, great defense again from Scottsbluff. But they need to be a little bit more aggressive on the offense like Gering is being, sending it down, getting that first goal like that User did earlier. It looks like they're setting it up. Can Domo get it in? But the defense from Gering shuts it down.
See, that's kind of the problem is what Scottsbluff is doing here. Yes, they're playing good defense, you know, not letting Gering score. As I say that, Spectra almost walks it in. But they're wasting time. They're losing time by playing so much defense. They need to try to get some offense in here and just stop Gering from this beatdown that they are receiving in terms of this offensive charge that Gering has been on, because, you know, they're now down to almost a minute left. So they need to get 2 goals in here to at least tie the game. Maybe send it into overtime. Maybe get some quick fire goals for a lead. They are sending it over to Gering's side. Justin's going to try and take it away, bounce it off the wall, see if he can score another one for Gering. Passes it to Mextra, but a nice redirect from DeMarville for the save there. Wigglebean in the air, though, doing a good job keeping it on Scottsbluff's side. Just Mextra tries to get the setup, but it's going to be sent over to Gering's side. So is the Scottsbluff moment. They need to get 2 quick goals here, but Justin is going to send it over to Scottsbluff's side. Almost gets a goal, but just slightly off on the angle. And it's just kind of a back and forth right now, and Gering is running out of time. I mean, Scottsbluff running out of time.
Exactly. I mean, Scottsbluff is definitely trying to get their head into the game. They have 1 goal. It's a little bit more balanced this time with 3-1. I feel like my prediction is going to be slightly different. But Scottsbluff, if they keep this up, they'll definitely take home 1 game at least. But we'll see what happens. I mean, 19 seconds left. Can Scottsbluff score 2 times in these 15 seconds? I mean, who knows?
It is unlikely, but it is possible. 10 seconds left, though. It's going to have to happen now. And Justin is on Scottsbluff's side with control of the ball. They're going to send it away, and it's over now. It is Gering's game, just waiting for the ball to touch the ground. It is going to be grounded, and Gering take game 2.
See, I think there was a bit more. There's definitely more aggression coming from Scottsbluff. They're doing fantastic with their defense, trying to get out there with the offense. They scored that 1 goal from User. Definitely lots of more shots on goal. But I think after this match, they're definitely like, they know what's going on. They know the situation. They know how the teams are playing. They're going to be like, okay, we got this, kind of be calm and collected and have a plan for the next round, because that's game 2 to Gering. I mean, they just need 2 more and then they take home the best of 7. So Scottsbluff needs to lock in, and I can tell they're already starting to do that with that 1 goal.
Yeah, Scottsbluff, they definitely do, because now you have a point. You're in the moment now where Gering is confident. You know, they have won 2 games pretty dominantly back-to-back. Not much momentum from Scottsbluff being shown really at all in these past 2 games. So Gering very, very confident, and that is kind of something that Scottsbluff is going to need to use to their advantage. You know, maybe let Gering get too confident, let them leave the goal open, let them, you know, play too much offense. But as of right now, it's not looking like it's really affecting Gering. They're just, you know, they're playing very well. And we had that moment, you know, where Scottsbluff was just playing way too offensively, and, you know, they left the goal open. They learned from that. And then I think, though, you know, because that happened, they were leaving the goal. They were playing too much defense, and they just kind of ran out of time. That's kind of what happens when you play so much defense and you get forced onto the defense like that, and you're just not able to break it, is you run out of time. And that is definitely what happened. They just had no time to score. And I do love having the webcams here, because you see the difference of perspectives. You see that you know, Scottsbluff maybe a little down. At least they're still smiling, and Gering full of confidence right now.
See, I'm glad to see that the players are still happy, and it's just a game. And these people are locked in, and they're ready to play more Rocket League, which we love to see. We love Rocket League. Scottsbluff had a great better defense in the last game, with only letting Gering score 3 times instead of 6. So they're on to something, and I can tell with this lead, with the kickoff, that Scottsbluff is ready. They're ready to take action and get some goals. Yes,
Scottsbluff definitely going to have to find something here. Wigglebean going to send it down onto Scottsbluff's side, see if any of his teammates are there to follow. It is Mextra, but just not the angle on the ball he needed. Domo going to take it away now from his side, but Wigglebean there and waiting to try to get it back on the Scottsbluff side. Continue this offense. Is going to be able to walk it on his own. Doesn't have the boost to do so, and User gets there to defend it. Going to send it back to the middle. Justin has it now. Going to do a good job of defense and keeping it away from his goal. It is on Gering's side. Demaville going to try and see if he can get Scottsbluff on the board maybe before Gering, try to build a lead here, but Mextra is going to take it away back on the Scottsbluff side. But with 3 Scottsbluff cars there, it's not going to work out. One of them does get demoed, though, and they're going to take it back over to Gering's side. User with no boost. Domo going to follow it up, seeing if he can send it in, but Mextra takes it away. It's looking like it might be a bit more of a slow burner, kind of like game 1, but it needs to go into Scottsbluff favor this time. Just as I'm saying it, Wigglebean finds the opportunity and puts Gering on the board early.
Exactly. I mean, I had a feeling there'd be some demos from Gering's side, and I was right. I was expecting a game 2, but game 3. And we also see that Scottsbluff is finding their groove. You can see their offense has improved, their defense has improved. They're getting into their groove, and they're ready. I mean, they're working together, they're passing. I bet they're having great communication too, which communication is a key part of being a team.
Oh no, I sound like
and it's helped. Gering has great communication.
Oh my gosh. Well, I almost didn't really even see what happened. So Justin just gets that nice redirect, and User just missing it. Just missing it. Thread of the needle right there from Gering. Honestly, I feel as though that goal might have been a little lucky. But Scottsbluff, they're going to need to respond to that, as it is already 2-0. And like I've said so many times, they do have the time to bring this back, but it's already on their side. Wigglebean kind of missing that redirect there. That could have been another Gering goal had there not been any Scottsbluff cars there to defend. Wigglebean now going to try to maybe redeem himself, walk it in on his own, unable to do so. It gets sent to the corner now. Mextra going to take it away, keeping it on Scottsbluff's side. Husker fan out of boost, and it's just going to walk in from Justin.
Justin's unstoppable. I mean, he's like he just keeps going and going and going. You think he's out of boost, you think he's out of energy, but he keeps coming with those goals, which probably is going to take home game 3 for them, but they still have 3 minutes left. Can Scottsbluff do a reverse sweep and take this home?
Scottsbluff does have time. They do have time to score 3 goals. The problem is are they going to do it? Because so far, we haven't seen that. So Gering, definitely just a dominant force right now, playing so much offense. That being said, it is on their side right now, but Wigglebean going to walk it over, followed up by Justin. Husker fan is there, though, to stop another Justin goal for Gering. Is that just going to be the perfect redirect? Almost. Mextra there in the nick of time to stop it from going in. Wigglebean in the air now, seeing if he can continue extending this Gering lead. Mextra's going to follow it up, and it goes right in for Gering.
See, I think the Scottsbluff player, I can't remember which one it was, set it up for a goal, but they just weren't there to execute it that well. I mean, if they just had the timing down, they could have scored that goal, but it left their goal open for Gering to score yet again.
I mean, even that 4th goal, that was like a game of millimeters right in between the 2 Scottsbluff cars. I mean,
Yeah.
if they just had slightly more boost, they could have stopped that goal. But they just didn't, and that could be a boost management thing. That could have just been, they weren't prepared for it. Or maybe it's just bad luck. You never really know. But now Scottsbluff really going to need to find something here to try and just stop this Gering momentum. It is 4-0, and Justin's going to set it up. Mextra was not ready there for it. Domo going to take it away onto Gering's side, see if Scottsbluff can find something, see if they can at least get on the board. Are they going to do so?
Domo
Scottsbluff
scores.
is in.
See, I'm happy to see the team scoring. I said yes because it was such an excellent goal, executed perfectly. It's throwing a wrench in the competition. I'm excited to see it.
Yep, Scottsbluff. Now they do have the time to score these goals. They need to score 4 goals to get this lead here, and that is kind of the advantage you get from building this lead so early. I mean, with a 4-0 lead that early, is now Scottsbluff has all the work to do, while all Gering really has to do is just defend. They can let 2 goals. They can let 3 goals in, and they'll still be able to go to overtime. It's all about those insurance goals, which is a term that is used quite a bit in Rocket League commentary. Insurance goals, which is basically that Gering has the ability to get scored on twice and still be in this advantage, still be in the lead. And Scottsbluff running out of time. It is on their side. User going to try and take it away. Hits the crossbar. Nice stuff there from User. Is Scottsbluff still in this?
Yes, I need to collect my words. I can't really speak that well. I'm glad to see Scottsbluff has got their flow now. They're getting the goals and they're amped up. They're like 4-2. We're going to even this out. I mean, we have seen excellent goals from the User and I think Husker scored a goal? Or was it just User?
I do not remember.
User has scored the goals from the past 2 games from what I can remember. They just need to keep going off that energy, that confidence, like, hey, we're getting these goals, we got this, and they can have a beautiful end of game, even if it's a tie. I mean, with only 1 minute and 10 left, it's highly possible. I mean, Domo's sending it, the goal is empty. Domo props it up for a User or Husker, but sending it down to Scottsbluff's side. Do they have the
That's a good redirect.
That was a really long down the field goal. Great execution, almost defended from Just and Domo, but not quick enough.
It's another open Scottsbluff goal, and I will give it to them for that one. That was a lot more of an unexpected goal, so
yeah.
I will forgive them for leaving that goal open, but just not what you want to see, a wide open goal in that situation. They all tried to make it there, but just not enough time. They still do have the time to try and get this game 3 back. If Justin wasn't there, that would have been a Scottsbluff goal. Mextra now in the air, going to try and set it up for Justin. It's taken away. Wigglebean has to get back and try to play some defense. User almost able to send it in, but Justin was there. Just not User not having the help he needed in that moment. Wigglebean's going to send it in, send it towards the net. Unable to get it in on that occasion. Mextra's going to send it in now, send it towards the net. Not send it in. Don't know why I've said that twice now, but still on Scottsbluff's side. Gering has responded to this Scottsbluff momentum well. They have not let them get any more goals on the board after those quick 2, and they still have this 3-0 advantage with the time ticking down. It does look like game 3 is going to go to Gering, but Domo scores, and that could be what they need to keep them alive.
See, we're seeing Gering get more aggressive with their defense and with their defense in addition to their offense, and now they're kind of freaking out. They're like, hey, Scottsbluff is scoring these past 3 goals in like these great executed moments, but Gering's like kind of like nailing down the defense. We're also trying to get the offense, but they're really focusing on the defense. Only a couple seconds left because 2 goals off, they could have been a tie.
Yeah, and that what we saw there was just the benefit of building a lead so early. Scottsbluff managed to build up some momentum and kind of be able to, show that, yeah, we are in this, but Gering just had such an early advantage that it just left Scottsbluff with all the work to do. They had to, they would have had to put in so much work to win that, and it is rough in that situation. They, in this next game, are going to have to be the ones to build off this early advantage. As it is a 3-0, we are officially in reverse sweep territory.
We are.
So if Gering wins the next 4, it's a reverse sweep.
Exactly. I mean, Scottsbluff had they got their flow. Those 3 goals, they're working together, great offense, and they're managing their defense quite well. I mean, the across the field goal is kind of hard to defend because you don't know if it's gonna make it in or not. It's hard to see. And see our replay, we had some insane, crazy shots from the ceiling, from across the field, all of that. But Scottsbluff is prepared. They've seen a wide range of goals. They know the team's like kind of chemistry on their end and on the other sides. And I mean, who knows what next game could happen? It could be reverse sweep, like you said, and doing your prediction in kind of in your favor, giving Scottsbluff the win. But I think,
well, my prediction was out of the window after the first game. So,
well, your prediction of Scottsbluff winning, maybe.
Yeah, maybe. I mean, like I said, I actually know nothing about, I didn't know anything about these teams, so I just picked Scottsbluff because I thought their name sounded funny, or because I thought it was a funny name, Scottsbluff. But I respect you, Scottsbluff. I hope you can get a game in on Gering. Show them that you're still in this. I mean, they definitely could do it. They just need to not let Gering build that early advantage.
Exactly.
Because that's just what's been losing them the game. Is either, there was uncoordinated moments, but that is what definitely lost them that game, that last game 3, is that they just let Gering build that early advantage. And with that, this could be the final game of this best of 7 here. As we get the kickoff, Domo gets a nice run onto Gering's side. They're going to keep on this pressure. Scottsbluff going to try and maybe see if they can be the ones to finally build that early advantage. Keep my prediction of a Scottsbluff win alive, seeing what they can do. But Mextra is going to send it over to Scottsbluff side, followed up by Wigglebean, and it's a quick goal for Gering.
My goodness. I mean, Gering keeps keeping up with these goals within not even a minute into the game. This reminds me of our own team. I mean, we get a lot of those goals, but sometimes those early goals can fall down to the goals in the middle or towards the end of the game that really seals the deal and makes the other team win.
Yeah, definitely. And Gering already having a lead very early on. Scottsbluff, if they want to try and stay in this, they're going to want to respond very fast. Just try to respond with a goal. And if they are going to do it, maybe try and waste some time to do so, honestly. I mean, having the game be 1-1 with a minute left isn't the worst thing in the world. You just have to be ready to score. And one thing we've seen from Scottsbluff is kind of that late game momentum. So maybe that would be better for them, but you're going to want to try and stop Gering there from walking it in on their own. We're going to try and get a redirect just to get control of the ball. Domo going to take it away, trying to keep it on to Gering's side, but Mextra going to take it away to Justin now. But Husker fan was there. Not a great redirect by him, so it is still on Scottsbluff side. Wigglebean trying to keep this alive, trying to send it to Mextra, but it's taken away by the Scottsbluff cars. Justin has it now. Wigglebean going to send it into the air. It is on Gering's side. Domo tried to get the follow-up, but there's just too much Gering cars there. And now User in the air, seeing if he can get anything done, but unable to do so as well. Husker going to try and send it in, but Gering is playing very good defense right now, trying to keep this lead that they have. And Scottsbluff, for their own sake, is going to want to try and send this in. They try to set it up, but Husker fan not with the boost to follow it up, and now it's back on to Scottsbluff side. User managing to take it away. Wigglebean tries to send it in, but it's stopped by a redirect by Domo.
We're seeing great defense and offense from Scottsbluff. I mean, the many shot attempts on goal, they're so close, but just a little bit off. I mean, I feel like we're going to see a goal from Scottsbluff very soon. They have that motivation. They have that excitement. They're ready. They're going to score they're going to score a goal. And look, while keeping that offense out there with that confidence, they're also keeping that confidence in the defense side as well. I mean, Gering only has 1 goal, and we have less than 3 minutes left in the game. Very different than the past 3 games. We'll see if Scottsbluff can kind of work together to get that goal in. I mean, they're all on the Gering side. I mean, Domo sets it up, but will Husker or User send it in?
Yeah, that's kind of been, I think, Scottsbluff weaknesses. They will set it up, but there's never someone really there to follow up on that setup. One thing that Scottsbluff is doing great right now is we have been talking a lot more about how it's on Gering's side, which is something that we have not been talking about that much in these past few games. Is, oh, it's on Gering's side, but the goal is wide open for Gering to send it to 2-0 now.
I feel like Scottsbluff did a good job holding up their defense while managing to keep their offense up at the same time. I mean, Gering just scored their 2nd goal with 2 minutes left compared to the past 3 games. It's definitely, they're definitely guessing holding them back, and that is Scottsbluff defense. I mean, they're not letting those goals get in, or as many goals get in.
Yes, Scottsbluff has definitely, they are not doing as bad, but that's not what you want to see. It's still on their side, seeing if anyone can try and send it in for Gering there. Luckily, Scottsbluff there in time. Mechs are going to try to set it up for Justin. Doesn't get the best redirect. Wigglebean from across the field, seeing if he can get it in, but unable to do so. And now Scottsbluff going to try and get it back onto Gering's side. Try to keep up this offensive pressure that they had earlier, because they are going to need 2 very quick goals to try and tie up this game with less than 2 minutes remaining. User in the air, seeing what he can do, sends it into the corner, but Justin is going to be there to try and take it away from Scottsbluff. Wigglebean now going to try and send it in, but it's taken away by Husker back onto Gering's side. They're going to need to score quickly here, so they have time to score 2 more. They want to try and get something on the board as fast as they can, but it's back on to Scottsbluff's side. Domo has boost, but it's taken away by Husker fan, so is Domo going to get there in time for that defense as that crossbar sound comes out? Not a goal for Gering this time. Light Wigglebean going to try and walk it in. Mextra was there with the setup, and Gering has brought it to 3-0 now.
See, something we gotta realize is these are 6 fantastic players, and they work really hard, and I'm glad to see all of them work together and have this match today. And it's been an honor to cast and host like the broadcast for these matches. I mean, I did not know what to expect for a high school match, but these are very well-skilled players, and I'm excited to see the output of this. I mean, could Scottsbluff turn this around? Or is Gering going to take home the win? It
would be definitely amazing to see Scottsbluff turn around. What a story that would be! But just as we're saying that, Justin responds to the setup and makes it 4-0 Gering.
My goodness. I mean, I thought this was...
Oh, so close too. I mean...
These have been a very eventful games so far. I mean, we've seen lots of close calls, lots of amazing goals, and amazing saves. They just gotta... I don't know what's going to happen. I mean, I have a feeling, but let's see how the end of the game goes.
Yeah, definitely in Gering's favor right now for the 4-0 against their rivals, but that is an open goal by Gering.
We doubted Scottsbluff, like we think it was going to go towards Gering, and then Scottsbluff sends it right in. They have 40 seconds left. They just need to score 3 more goals. This guy keep great start on kickoff. I've seen crazier things happen than 4 goals in 38 seconds. I mean, they could definitely do it, but they need to be quick. Every second gone by is pretty much just more sealing the fate of a Gering win here. Scottsbluff has been very good in this late game momentum, but they just haven't been able to turn it on early in the game, and that's been kind of their downfall as we approach less than 20 seconds left, just closer and closer to it being entirely in Gering's favor as we are approaching the 10-second mark, looking like it's going to go the way of Gering as of now. As the 10-second timer clicks out here, it is on Scottsbluff's side, looking like it is going to be Gering for the 4-0. I said Scottsbluff in 4. It was Gering in 4. Total domination. See, and there goes the winner of River Rivalry. Goes to Gering. I mean, look at those lights. They're going crazy. They're celebrating Gering's wonderful 4-0. I mean, GG's to both teams. They played very excellently. Great defense, great offense from both sides. I mean, Scottsbluff had great defense at multiple times during these past 4 games. I mean, I'm not surprised if we saw them take home a game if we gave them another game.
Yeah, I mean, I definitely think that Scottsbluff played this very, very well. They had some great moments, some great late game momentum, chances for some great storylines between these two schools. As much as I loved the name Scottsbluff, and that is why I decided to back them in my prediction, it was Gering who came out on top. I still have tons of respect for Scottsbluff. Definitely played very well. They definitely put up a fight. It was just Gering capitalized in the moments that they needed to. They built that early advantage in pretty much every game, just made it so Scottsbluff had all the work to do while Gering could sit back and relax. And that is, I think, what won them the 4-0 series. I think that is the game, right?
That's it. That's it.
I didn't know if there was more Rocket League or not.
See, it's great to see that people are still pursuing esports, especially at a young age. But I think if you find your thing and you love it, keep doing it. It's not a job if you don't love doing it. Like esports, we love it here, and that's why we're still here.
Yeah.
And you can see it in those webcams. Every player is in it, and they love the game. And that's what makes esports so special, is that any age can get into it. And just, I'm glad esports is growing this big, where we can have rivalry in high school esports. Yeah. I mean, I wasn't expecting that. I mean, we know of rivalries in, like, VCT and like, CRL and RLCS.
Yeah, and like, professional esports rivalries and stuff like that.
Exactly, and it's.
I actually don't know if I can name a single one. I'm not too knowledgeable of like pro esports anymore.
I know Rival Sentinels versus like 100 Thieves is a big one.
Oh, okay.
And it's like showing that esports is growing, and that's fantastic. I love to see that. I mean, I see esports in middle schools and high schools, and it's great to see that it gives kids something to do and some of them to have a passion for, and possibly something that can lead to college. Like Ball State, Akron, St. Clair, they have great collegiate esports programs. If kids want to continue to pursue esports but are afraid or not knowing what to do for stuff after high school, I mean, esports just helps them with that, and it's playing video games.
Yeah,
which everyone can play and everyone can love. And I'm happy to see that it's growing this big.
Yeah, so if any of you, the 6 of you, are looking to continue your esports career and you're looking for a college, I got a great recommendation, and it just happens to be everywhere. Everywhere. Pick a bird. So yeah, definitely great stuff from both of those teams. It is nice that esports has become a lot more accepted. The fact that we have high school teams now is such an amazing thing. Something that I, like 2013 me, watching like COD League, never would have expected that high schools would have esports teams.
Like, you're telling me, like, I don't play video games professionally?
Yeah, like, I knew it was a thing, but, like, in high school is crazy. I mean, gamers are just getting better and better and better at younger ages. Like, it's crazy. I had 0 gaming skill in high school. Like,
see, that's the beauty of video games. It can be and turn into anything. It could be therapy. It can be physical therapy for, like, the hand muscles and stuff like that.
Or if you want to do VR, you know?
VR, that's true, and it can be a source of learning and stuff like that. And it's growing.
Yeah, it is definitely growing.
Different subjects, but I think this is our last stream for this school year. I just realized that.
Yeah, on the actual Ball State.
On the Ball State Twitch. This is our last stream. I mean, we've had a great, eventful year. We had ESC with Rocket League and Valorant this past fall, mixed with some CRL stuff, and then we had the spring, we had some ECAC, Valorant, and Rocket League, in addition to the ESC spring League of Legends and Overwatch, where we took home the trophy for League of Legends in Miami University.
Wombat baby, my goat.
But it's been a very fantastic year. Our amazing sim racers,
right next to us.
We haven't been able to do a stream for them, unfortunately, but they're taking the podium, first place in almost every single.
They had that crazy like slew stat. They did the nobody's perfect graphic because we only got second in like one thing, which was crazy. Also, shout out to that guy walking across, Carlos. It's his. Technically, if this is the last stream on the Ball State Twitch, it's his last stream.
That's true.
It's his last Ball State stream, technically. Executive producer Carlos.
Yeah.
So shout out to him.
I also like to thank our wonderful production crew, our wonderful casters. I mean, we could not do these streams without everybody here. We can't do it without the viewers at home. I mean, It's what makes Ball State Esports, the players, the families that support, the viewers, the production crew. And we've had an excellent school year, and I'm excited to see what comes next in the 2025-2026 season.
Yep, and with that, for one last time this year, I'm going to sign us off. I'm Wyatt, aka Libby Baby. This is Trinity, aka Moonbroken. See you next year. It'll be Rocket League season and Valorant season by then.
Goodbye.